Hello everyone, welcome back. Savages here, coming back with part 3 of What If Deku Had a Stand. Now, where we last left off, Izuku have came back into his house after getting out from the sport festival and saving Oraka, and right now he's just sleeping for the rest of the day, taking a rest. And before we continue, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and let's just get right into it. As right now, after 1 week, Izuku got his letter telling him that he managed to get into UA, which is basically, he was happy about that, and Inko just celebrating since Izuku got into his school, or his dream school or whatever. After that, the next day, he just took his outfit and took his bag, took his card, deck basically, and got into UA. As he got inside, and after that started searching for Class 1A, as he said, Class 1A, where's that place? I mean, I can use Kinkard to search around the place, but are they, gonna allow me to do that? I didn't want to get expelled on my first day. As after that, Izuku, after a couple of minutes just walking by through the hallways, he found Class 1A, and he opened the door to see in front of him Ida just speaking above the head of Bakugo, telling him, "Take your legs off of the desk. You are insulting everyone that was sitting here before you. I will not gonna allow you to do such a weird and such an inappropriate behavior in my class. This is UA, this is not any normal school. So please put your legs down." As after that, Bakugo said, Did someone put a stick up your ass, or did you born with it, you asshole? Just leave me. I doesn't care what you are saying. I'll do whatever I want when I want. As after that, Ida just taking a deep breath and after that, he noticed somebody in front of the door as he come running into Izuku and start chopping his head in the air, saying, You are Izuku Midoriya, right? I'm sorry for my behavior in the entrance exam. You proved yourself to be much more better examiner than me. And you even managed to know about the secret detail of this rescue points, which make me wonder, how did you manage to know that? As Izuku said, oh, hey, first of all, you doesn't have to, to say sorry, and second of all, I didn't really know about them. As Ida getting, actually surprised and said, so it was a heroic behavior, I believe. As Izuku said, yeah, you could say something like this. And from Izuku back, someone was about to touch his shoulder, but the hand of Kinkard just come out of his back as a normal, and the girl said, "What the?" As Izuku turned around seeing Oraka and said, "Shh, stop it." As well, Kinkard just retrieved his hand back into Izuku's body, and Izuku said, "Sorry, he's overprotective." "Oh, you're Quirk?" "Oh, well, either way, my name is Oraka. I still remember you. You are the kid that saved me, right? Thanks about that." No, it's not a big problem. I hope that you are okay." As Uraka said, "Yeah, I'm okay." And after that, from behind Uraka, they hear a sound saying, "If you are here to make friends, how about you just take your bag and leave my class already?" As Izuku looked behind Uraka to see a man wearing a black cloth, basically a black cloak or whatever, just looking weird, a sleeping guy, seemingly like a homeless guy or whatever. After that, Izuku said, who are you?" As Aizawa said, "First of all, get into your desk, and after that you'll know who I am." As well, everyone just sit on their desk, and Aizawa stand in front of the class saying, "Hello, student. My name is Shoda Aizawa, your homeroom teacher. And from now on, I'll be your teacher in UA for the next 3 years or whatever. But for now," as he opened a yellow sleeping bag and throws some, taking a gym uniform out of it, saying, "Put these on and meet me outside. I want to see what you can possibly do. We will gonna do a Quirk apprehension test." As Uraka lifting her hand up in the air, saying, "But aren't we going to introduce ourselves first?" "Well, if you really want to introduce yourself, why did you come here into UA? I am your homeroom teacher, and I have the right to do whatever I want. I have, words from the principal Nezu to let me do what I want and to teach you as I see fit. And I will not gonna waste any time by introducing your names or whatever. You can know each other at the cafeteria, but now go out and let me see what you can do." As After that, everyone taking their gym uniforms, wearing them, and coming outside into, well, the area. As Aizawa said, good, and he took a good look at them, looking back and forth until he pointed on Izuku, as he said, "You there, Izuku Midoriya?" Yeah? Come here, you're gonna throw the ball first. Throw it with your quirk. Since you had the, highest points in the entrance exam, which really shocked Bakun. After that, he said, "What? He got the highest point? How?" As after that, well, he said that under his breath to understand how did Izuku or Deku actually manage to do that. Either way, Aizawa throwing him a ball and said, "Alright, throw the ball as hard as you can using your quirk, and don't hold back." As he just looking weird at him, and Izuku said, alright. Oh, and as he put his hand inside Izuku's pocket, taking a deck, as he said, "Hey, that's my... I'll gonna keep this with me for now." As after that, Izuku said, "But that's my... Your deck? What? Do you love playing cards? Either way, I'll just gonna put it with me to make sure that it will not gonna slow you down. This is an exam, and I want to see what you can possibly do with your full power, so come on already." As Izuku said, "Alright." As after that, well, Izuku just taken a card out of his sleeve, which really surprises Aizawa. He didn't know that he have one under his sleeve, being the card of Kinkard himself, the one that Izuku used to summon it sometimes. Either way, Izuku just, throw it into the ground, and Kinkard start dragging himself, melting through the card until they see a tall figure with a weird, staff and a heart shape on his face and a giant playing card inside his chest. And, the students are just, "What the hell? How's that? What the..." As after that, Aizawa's just, so it's actually real. All Might wasn't imagining things. However, is this thing? It's interesting indeed. As well, Izuku said, "Kinkard, throw the ball, please." As after that, Kinkard just nodding his head and immediately got hold of the ball and throw it. And, Aizawa looked into his device and said, 300. Not very impressive, but alright. As Izuku said, "What?" As he looked back into the card and looking into, Kinkard's stats, as he said, "I made sure to train all the week. How much did you increase?" As he look in, he see that the power and the speed and, the normal stats of Kinkard after 1 week of training, turning some trees into cards, because also Kinkard becomes stronger with Izuku training his body and with him absorbing the life energy from the things that he turned into cards. Izuku looking and see that he only become 5 in strength and 4 in speed and other informations, which is pathetic to be honest. As Izuku said, "Seems that I'll have more training." As after that, Kinkard just melted again and disappeared. Izuku got hold of the card and put it back under his sleeve, and Aizawa said, weird. I thought that it was gonna be much more powerful than that." As after that, Mina said, "Well, that seemed awesome. Can we try it too?" As Aizawa said, "Awesome? You're saying that this is awesome, huh?" As, Mina said, "Yeah, and fun too. And how did you..." But before she managed to ask Izuku any questions, Aizawa said, "So, if you really think that is fun, how about I increase the amount of fun that we will gonna have? The person that will gonna have the last place in this apprehension test will gonna get expelled out of UA. And before you say anything, I have the complete right to do whatever I want, even to expel you all. So, how about you just shut up and try to show me some real talents. Go further beyond, plus ultra." As everyone started doing their test, Izuku trying harder than normal to do his test, but to be honest, his powers are, just like I said, and I will gonna say it again, pathetic. Either way, Izuku in the end, he just, after everyone completing their task and everything, Banko still looking weird on Izuku after seeing that weird looking card guy or whatever that he couldn't see that time that, Izuku saved him that one time from the sludge villain. He know that Izuku saved him, but he just doesn't want to admit it. Either way, Izuku's saying inside his mind, "Damn it. I wish that I would get the last place. And Izuku starts saying to, maybe I should have turned some animals into cards. I mean, no, Izuku, you promised yourself never to turn any living being into cards. Well, unless trees, but it's not right. You can get stronger by training. Don't use cheap ways, as, well, after that Aizawa showed them the result and Izuku got last place, as after that he said, well, good job everyone, and don't worry, it was just a little idea from me. I was just saying some things because I was just trying to make all of you do your best in this apprehension test, so nobody is getting expelled. And after that, everyone just taking a deep breath and breathing out. Izuku finally, thank God. But he looked back into the card of Kinkard, still wondering, should he really turn living beings into cards? I mean, that is the main ability of Kinkard, collect informations and become stronger with absorbing the power, the life energy from living beings. Should he do that? Should he use this other ability, or should he just continue training, increasing his own life energy? At the end, Aizawa told everyone to leave, but told Izuku, Midoriya, yeah, Mr. Aizawa? Here, as he just gave him his deck. And after that, Izuku said, thank you. Keep it with you, whatever. As well, Aizawa just opened it up and look inside to see, well, a card of a 0-pointer, as he said, so you're keeping these with you? From the entrance exam? Why? Oh, well, you know, they are useful. You will gonna really be, surprised of how useful they are. Either way, here. As all the students go back into their, well, to change their clothes back into their school uniform, leaving Izuku behind for Aizawa to talk with him, and Aizawa said, I noticed that your Quirk, what does it called again? You said something like Kinkard. Yeah, that's the name of him. Cool. But now I wonder, were you holding back? As Aizawa just wrapping his scarf around Izuku and turning his eyes into red. As Izuku said, holding back? You were holding back, aren't you? I saw what you did in the entrance exam, and you were holding back here. Why? Why did you use your full power? But that was my full power. Stop messing with me. You're just messing with me. I know that. Now tell me, why did you were not throwing the ball as hard as it's supposed to go? I was expecting at least 1,000 from you, and you got only 200. As Izuku said, it's not my thing. Look, I can explain the thing. As after that, Izuku just said, please, just let me get into my deck. As Aizawa leaving him and said, alright, as long as you can explain it. As Izuku just taken the king card out and, well, making sure that Aizawa will only see the stats. As he said, look, these are the stats of my, well, Quirk. It's something that, kinda, I have informations on each card, and it's shown on his own card. So look, these his stats. It's really pathetic. It's his real power. It's just that I need to train, and it's really not increasing so fast. Consider it as some sort of a leveling system or something like that. Getting stronger with time goes on and with training as long as I train my body. So it wasn't really the thing that I'm holding back. That was my full power, or at least the full physical power of my Quirk. Good. Alright, I thought that you were holding back. Either way, you have an interesting Quirk, and make sure to work harder. If you want to become stronger and to become a good hero, you need to work harder than the others. As Izuku just nodded his head and Aizawa said, alright, go back and change your clothes and maybe go eat some, well, lunch in the cafeteria. As well, Izuku just done that, going into the changing room, change his clothes, and after that sit in the cafeteria. As Kirishima, Mina, Oraka, Ida, and, well, some other students of class when I come closer to Izuku, and Mina said, hey, your name is Izuku Midoriya, right? Yeah. What is your Quirk? So weird. that tall man behind of you was so cool at the same time. As Izuku said, oh, really? As Kirishima said, yeah, what was it? I also wonder, it seems so cool. Do you have a name for him? As Izuku said, well, I call him Kinkard. As Ida said, Kinkard? Naming your own quirk? Weird. Unusual, to be honest. As Izuku said, well, my real quirk is just called... Yeah, I just call him Kinkard. As Oraka said, what can he do? As Izuku said, well, he can, from his name, turn things into cards. As Kirishima said, turn things into cards? As Izuku said, yeah. And he take his, well, deck out and said, look, as he just showing a couple of cards from the 0 point, the robots, some rocks, and some trees. And Kirishima said, what are these? These are some things that I turn into cards, like, these are some trees and rocks that I, turn into cards in the, well, in the forest when I go to train. And these are some, robots from the entrance exam. As Ida said, and why are you keeping them with you? Well, they are indestructible, so you will be really surprised of how powerful they are. And also, I really cannot leave them behind. Every time that I leave my deck behind, Kinkard just teleported back to me. As Kirishima said, are you good at card games? Well, to be honest, I kinda enjoy playing card games because you could say that it came natural to me since my, whole quirk is all about cards, which which make me wonder, do you guys want to play a game of 21? As Oraka said, what is a 21? As Izuku started explaining about the game, and if you guys doesn't know what is 21, you will gonna go search by yourself, but I'll just gonna give a simple explanation right now. As Izuku said, well, it's a game where there's two players playing against each other with one deck. The deck have numbers from 1 to 21, and your goal here is to get the number 21 or to get the highest number than your opponent. If you manage to get a higher number than your opponent, like, let's just say 90, you are the winner. 19, you are the winner. But if you got more than 21, like 22 for example, you will gonna lose immediately. As Izuku just explaining that, and if you guys didn't understand, go search it by yourself. Either way, Kirishima said, alright, I will gonna play a game with you. As Ida said, isn't this some sort of a gambling game? As Izuku said, well, yeah, but we are not gambling. It's just, I love to play it with myself sometimes. To be honest, sometimes I just play against my own quirk. As after that, Ida said, well, as long as it doesn't have gambling, I think it's okay for us to play. As after that, well, Izuku just holding the deck in front of Kirishima, and Kirishima seeing the cards change the pictures into numbers from 1 to 21, as he said, wow, you can do that with your deck? Yeah, it's like connected to my quirk. It's basically my quirk. I can change them as much as I want. I can, turn them into diamonds, heart, clubs, clovers, or maybe just numbers, as right now I'm doing. As in the end, Izuku starts playing against Kirishima, and he won the first match. After that, Kirishima said, you're good at this. Yeah. Wait, can I do too? As Mina said. As Izuku said, alright, you can play. As Izuku play against Mina, and Mina trying to win, but, well, Izuku won again. After that, Oraka tried, and, well, Izuku have won once again. Ida, he gave it a chance, and he lost again. After that, some more students start seeing this thing, and they start coming closer. And Izuku starts playing a couple other games against a couple other students of, well, other different classes, not only class 1A, like even B, general course, and the support course. And, well, they start actually gambling. Someone starts putting his lunch on the table, saying, I will gonna give you my lunch if you won, but if I won, I'll gonna take your deck. As Izuku agreed, but Izuku won again, and they start, putting some, gambling. Which really make Ida get frustrated, but he's just being pushed around while everyone is just playing, until someone coming saying, oh, so you are the kid with the card game that's right now playing and everyone just surrounding you? As Izuku looked to see Monoma from class 1B, as after that Izuku said, yeah, do you want to play? he doesn't have to, put something if you want. He doesn't have to put your lunch or anything. It's just, for fun. Oh, for fun? Oh, I would sure love to defeat one from Class 1A and to show you that you are nothing more than a loser. Now, how does this game being played? Don't tell me. Don't worry, I know my own kind of card games. After all, you're not the only one that have experience with it. As Izuku said, well then. Alright, as after that Kirishima just holding the deck and throw a couple of, cards in front of each one. And after that, Izuku just holding his deck and, looking into the numbers. As he said, hit me. As Kirishima gave him another card. Monoma looking into his own, cards and seeing that he's got, 18, I mean. As after that he said, I think I'm gonna stay. As after that Izuku looking into his deck or cards and seeing that he right now have the number, all his cards result in, 16. As Izuku said, hit me. As Izuku got, another card. Right now he's like 18. As Monoma said, hit me. As Monoma got another card and, he got number 21. As after that Izuku said, I'll stay. And Monoma said the same. And after that, Kirishima told both of them to flip their cards and Monoma have won. As Monoma said, I told you that I will be able to beat you. How was your feeling being defeated by your own game? As Izuku said, not really feeling so, normal, because you were cheating. What? As everyone just looking on Monoma, and Izuku said, yeah, you are cheating. As after that, Kinkard starts coming out of Monoma back, and he said, what do you mean I'm cheating? You are just sad because you lost, right? Stop laughing. I can see that you're cheating. As after that, Kinkard got hold of Monoma arm, and he said, leave my arm! As he lifting up his sleeve to see a card being hiding under his sleeve, and everyone just looking into it. And Monoma said, I mean, as Izuku said, well, let's see that I am the winner. Right, Kirishima? Yeah, easy bro. You're really good at this, As Izuku said, yeah. After that, the cafeteria just ended and, Monoma just going away after being basically lost in front of Izuku and being found out that he was cheating. In the end, Izuku coming outside of UA and start walking back into his house. Until he gone by the side of a coffee shop and someone sitting saying, you kid, over there. As Izuku looked back to see a guy with a blonde hair wearing a weird suit with a weird blue iguana or a creature on his shoulders, playing with his cars, just, playing with them, doing some tricks, and said, do you want to play a game? No, not really. I heard that you're good at cards games. How did you know? I asked a couple of students. I overheard them talking about a kid with green hair that's so good at games with cards. So, are you caring for a match? If you manage to beat me, I will go and, to give you a special gift. No, sorry, I doesn't really want to. Are you sure? It might be fun. After all, it's just a friendly game. As Izuku think about it, and to be honest, a friendly little card game. How could he possibly say no to that? As Izuku said, fine, alright. As the guy smiled and said, good. As he said, well, do you know 21? Oh, it's my favorite card game. Alright, it's also my favorite too. Simple, easy, and also strategic at the same time. Now, as he just basically put the cards together and start doing some tricks, in the end he throw a couple of cards in front of Izuku in front of him. As he said, how about the best out of 3? 2 of 3. Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds good. As Izuku start playing in the first match, the guy managed to defeat Izuku, and Izuku said, well, you are, but before he managed to continue, suddenly Izuku feeling something weird in his body, as the guy said, that was your first mistake. as Izuku looking down into his left hand to see his color changing from normal skin color into, well, start being black and start, well, going crazy with colors. As Izuku said, what the? Now my stand ability has been activated. As Izuku said, a stand? As the guy said, yes, my stand powers. Rainbow color. When you will gonna be defeated in this game, I will be able to change your colors. What do you mean? As after that the guy said, you can call me Felix. As Izuku said, Felix? Felix what? It's just, call me Felix or you can call me anything that you want, really. It's just my name. I've been told to kill you, and that's what I'm planning to do. So, you can't leave the game right now. This is a game for your life. You already have put your soul on the line. If you lost the other 2 matches, you will die. As Izuku said, you little, as he summoned his stand, but don't try to do it. After all, I can only change not only your colors of your skin or body, I can also change the color of your soul and your life energy. As Izuku said, what do you? As well, Izuku looked into Kinkard to see him turning, well, the red on him turning into green, and Kinkard just fall on his knees like so tired and, well, hurt, and after that he melt away, and Izuku said, Kinkard! Now, can we continue playing? Fine, you want to play? Alright. As Izuku got a couple of cards and the guy just playing the cards, Izuku got, well, so lucky for him, got 21 from the start. As Izuku said, I'll gonna stay. As the guy just take another card and saying that you won this match. As after that, Izuku, well, his hand go back into normal color. As after that, Izuku said, alright, one last match. As the guy said, yeah. And Izuku asked a question saying, what is your stand ability? Since I was the winner in the last match, I want to know something. Fine. My name, just like I told you, Alex. And my stand name is Rainbow Color. He have the ability to change the color of anything. The air, the skin, the clothes, the eyes, the tongue, the buildings. But the most important thing, he's able to change the color of somebody's soul. Like, for example, that guy over there. I defeated him in a card game. He was so happy from a couple of minutes, but now, look at him. He's so desperate. He's just sitting there crying because I changed his soul color into, well, you can say black. As Izuku said, you done that to him? Yeah, and not only that, I can change your color into anything I want. For example, red means angry, black means despair and hopelessness, blue, well, mean kinda emptiness, purple, fear, green, sick, and yellow, happiness actually. And I am able to rebuild your whole entire personality with this ability. So, when I will defeat you, maybe I'll make you become a villain, like make you change dramatically, make you angry and rageful and hateful. As Izuku said, you'll lose. As after that, Alex said, well, you're lucky this match, but you'll not be lucky in the next one. Shall we play? As Izuku said, alright. As Alex was about to touch his deck, but Izuku said, but before you continue. As Izuku put his own deck on the table and said, we all gonna play by this one. He doesn't trust that I am, well, playing fair. As Izuku said, not at all. So, we are going to play with this deck. Do you have a problem with that? No, not at all. As after that, well, Izuku started being the one that actually, playing with the cards, doing some tricks, and Alex noticing that, he said, you're actually good at card tricks, huh? As Izuku said, yeah, it came natural to me. After that, he throw a couple of cards in front of Alex and in front of him. And Alex look into his, well, cards and seeing that he got 21. As he just smiling, and after that, Izuku look into his own desk and Alex said, I think I'll stay. As Izuku said, I think I'll stay too. As after that, both of them flipped their cards and Alex said, well, it seemed that but when he looked back into his cards, he see that he got 22. What? As Izuku said, it seemed that you have lost, right? As Izuku hand completely go back into its normal color and Alex stand up and said, what the? How did that? As he see the cards that on the table change again into another shape. And Izuku said, pretty impressive, isn't it? It's connected to my quirk. I can change it as much as I want and play with it like it's just a simple cards in my hand. You cheater! You are... Up. The game have already ended. And also, cheating is not cheating unless you notice it. And you didn't notice it, so... You are the loser here. As after that, Kinkard go back into his normal red color and Alex starts saying, please, I didn't mean to do that. It was the old man have told me to try kill you. It was just a job. As Izuku said, yeah, don't worry. I'm just gonna beat you up and throw you in prison. As after that, Alex said, I'm not, and he starts running away. But suddenly, a truck was about to crush him. Immediately, he just seeing his life flash in front of his eyes, but immediately, Kinkard just pushed him out of the way, and immediately Izuku retrieved Kinkard for him to not get any physical damage. As Alex said, you, as Izuku said, you need to be careful, you might die by your stupidity. You saved me. Yeah, I'm not a monster. But why? I tried to kill you. I tried to change your whole existence. Well... I'm trying to be a hero. Trying to hurt somebody is not something that I normally do. As after that, Alex stand up and said, I'm sorry for everything that I done to you. As Izuku said, no problem. And who was that, the man that you are talking about? It was an old man that told me to come after you to kill you. And, well, he's the one that gave me my powers too. My stand, rainbow color. He stabbed me by a weird looking arrow. As Izuku, well, remember the arrow that himself being stabbed by, and after that he said, yeah, don't worry about it. As after that, Alex said, please, let me repay you. As Izuku said, how do you mean by repay me? You saved my life. I owe you my life now. As Izuku said, what do you mean? As Alex said, you'll understand what I mean tomorrow. But for now, can I know your name? As Izuku said, my name is Izuku Midoriya. Well, it's nice to meet you, Izuku, as he just bowed in front of him and said, I'll never forget how you saved my life and spared me too, as he started walking away. In the end, Izuku going back into his house, and then the next day he got into UA and, well, he started walking in and Kirishima just seeing him from far away with the others, couple of class 1A, and he said, yo, Izu, bro? As he see Izuku, but by his side, a tall man wearing a hat and a weird jacket. As he said, please master, let me carry your bag. As Izuku said, Alex, you doesn't have to do that. I mean, I'm able to carry it myself. I won't let you waste your power on carrying the stuff into your school. Let me carry it for you, please. That's the least thing that I could do for my master and my teacher. Yeah, but you need to stop saying some things like that. But it's true. I really want to know how exactly did you manage to become so great at cards games, and I want to, protect you, because that's my job from now on. I owe you my life. And the least thing that I could possibly do for you now is carrying your bag into the school. As well, Izuku starts laughing nervously while Kirishima's just wondering what the others saying. What is that supposed to have? What happened last day? As well, Uraka said, I don't really know. Should we ask him? Later, let that weird guy leave him first. As well, Izuku continues saying to Alex to give him his bag, but he insisting on putting it for him into his class. Either way, this one gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you think about this part and what do you think will happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.